you. Welcome back. You're watching Sports Tonight and this is the football special. ब्रेक से पहले जैसा मैंने बिल्डअप में कहा था कि आज इतना कुछ है टू टॉक अबाउट एंड देयर आर सो मेनी डिफरेंट कॉम्पिटिशन्स गोइंग ऑन राइट नाउ. इट्स डिफिकल्ट टू कीप ट्रैक कि कहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, लेकिन जाहिर है कि इतना हाई पेस्ड इन्वायरमेंट है स्पोर्ट्स की दुनिया में कि आप एक टाइम पे भी देयर आर सो मेनी हाई लेवल competitions that you can be tuned into, and if you're a football fan, well, this is the episode for you. Please make sure that you are with us till the end क्योंकि बहुत कुछ है आज to get to. I've got my football experts with me in the studio. Sports expert Hassan Azam has joined us once again. Assalamu alaikum Hassan, pleasure to have you once again.
Walaikum assalam. Always a delight discussing football with you guys.
Gee, and we are also joined by sports analyst Hassan Qureshi in the studios. Assalamu alaikum Hassan, great to have you as well.
Assalamu alaikum Raji, always wonderful to be here talking football with you both.
Gentlemen, let's start with the post-Maresca era. I think it has kicked off. Fulham और Chelsea का result है और not great news for Chelsea fans, but initially let's talk about how that game unfolded. इनकमिंग जो न्यू मैनेजर हैं लियम रोजिनियर, वो स्टैंड्स में थे. ही वाजंट रियली इन चार्ज फॉर दिस वन, बट इट ऑलमोस्ट लुक्ड लाइक द प्रेशर वाज देयर एंड द चेल्सी साइड लुक्ड एज, इस तरह हमने लास्ट एपिसोड में भी बात की, क्लूलेस बट ऑल्सो अ बिट केओटिक. अब आप उनके रिजल्ट के बारे में इफ़ यू कैन हेल्प अस अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट वाज हैपनिंग to this Chelsea side, because इसके कुछ ही देर बाद they went on to win बड़ा ज़बरदस्त मैच वो जीते हैं FA कप में चार्ल्टन के अगेंस्ट 5-1. तो एक कुछ ही दिनों के अंदर ये दो डिफरेंट साइड्स हमें देखने को मिली है.
Yeah, I think वो मैनेजर देख भी रहे थे कि कहाँ पे मुझे tactical changes करने हैं, but obviously he couldn't say anything against Fulham, and credit to Fulham as well because उस गेम में Fulham come into the game not losing 5 games in a row, जिसमें वो लिवरपूल के साथ भी ड्रॉ कर चुकी थी. तो they were a side in form and best time for Fulham to face Chelsea because Chelsea का भी एक managerial debacle हो रहा है and Rossoneri आते हैं, you know, he's almost there to say I'm here to save your aspirations for the club. That's what he's doing. So उन्हें मौका मिलेगा भी. He's quite young. He's somebody who's groomed at Strasbourg by the club ownership. और ये बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला है क्योंकि एक यंग स्क्वाड, एक यंग मैनेजर, somebody the Blueco organization जो कि चेल्सी और क्लब्स को भी ओन करती है, वो उनके साथ स्टिक करके रहे हैं. तो it's going to be a fun campaign for Chelsea supporters, but as far as the match, a lot of places जहाँ हम पहले भी बात करते रहे जहाँ चेल्सी बेहतर कर सकती थी.
Yeah, and let's talk about that also, the effect that someone like Rosenier would have. Again, 41, so not a lot of experience that he brings, but then what does he bring to the table?
So I think one of the things Hassan touched upon is the fact that he's seen as a manager within the system. They want that continuity. हमने माजी में देखा है कि प्लेयर्स को ही सिस्टम्स के अंदर मूव किया जाता है, बट ये बहुत कम देखा है कि सिस्टम्स के अंदर ही जो एक आप कह लें ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस होती हैं उसी के अंदर मैनेजर्स को मूव किया जाए. They have faith in him. They've given him a 6.5-year contract. He's either going to make a lot of money in 6 months or he's going to have a very long career at Chelsea. He's going to be one of the two. We saw his Strasbourg side. They play good football, exciting football. Feel a little old here because I used to watch his dad play football and now I'm watching his son, you know, manage. But he is a very exciting young appointment for the future. But for the now, where do Chelsea stand? Losing to Fulham never goes down well with Chelsea fans. These are their rivals. It's a London derby.
And now they're equal on the points table.
Now they're equal on the points table.
So that
and
must,
as usual, Chelsea अगर red card ना ले तो Chelsea मैच नहीं खेल सकता. Must be infuriating.
जहाँ blue है वहाँ red है.
जहाँ blue है वहाँ red है. Must be infuriating for their managers to constantly be a player down in every game.
चलिए, let's also talk a bit about the FA Cup result. कि ऐसा क्या change उन्होंने किया visibly? What could you see different from this Fulham match and then going on and defeating Charlton 5-1? What were the key observational changes that you think कि this might have struck for them?
I think there's one thing he realized कि Chelsea का जो defensive unit है that still needs to be strengthened. और उसकी हमने पहले भी शो में डिस्कशन की है कि वो क्यों नहीं हो पाया या मरेस्का को वो लिबर्टी क्यों नहीं दी गई to bring on defenders. क्लब इतने ज़्यादा अकेडमी के थ्रू प्लेयर्स आ रहे हैं और जो क्रैशी साहब ने बात की, जो ओनरशिप मल्टीपल क्लब्स को ओन करते हैं ना, बेसिकली दे आर कॉल्ड मल्टी क्लब ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस. तो इनियोस जो यूनाइटेड की ओनर है वो भी ऐसी है, ब्लू को जो चेल्सी को ओन करती है वो भी ऐसी है, स्ट्रासबर्ग भी उनका क्लब है, वो फ्रेंच लीग में खेलता है और भी क्लब्स वो ओन करते हैं. what they do is कि वो academy players को groom करके they bring them slowly through their club system to a bigger club and then they sell them off at a higher price to other people. Why I'm telling you all this is because Chelsea wants to do that model और वो डिफेंडर्स क्लब ग्रोन डिफेंडर्स को बचाने के लिए बाहर से डिफेंडर्स नहीं लेके आए कि हमें क्लब ग्रोन डिफेंडर फिर कहेंगे कि आई एम आउट ऑफ दिस स्क्वाड, मुझे तो चांस ही नहीं मिलेगा खेलने में. एक चीज़ उनको ये रियलाइज हुई तो दैट्स समथिंग ही पॉइंटेड आउट. सेकेंडली टैक्टिकली उन्होंने एक चीज़ दिखा दी कि मैं वही फार्मूला फॉलो करूंगा जो मरेस्का ने किया. Played 4-2-3-1 in defense, but in attack he switched to a 3-4-3, which gave more options for Chelsea. I mean, no disrespect to their opposition, not the best side in the world in terms of prowess. Chelsea were always going to win that game, but almost you could see that spark back at Chelsea.
Yeah,
where,
about time.
Yeah, things are a little settled.
And the fans also deserve कि थोड़ी सी एक settled side नजर आए, because you know when you're at this stage of the league, you don't want कि आपके बीच में एक settled side, एक settled management और एक think tank है वो disrupt हो, and then you know good luck, good news for them कि the incoming managers started off with perhaps a dreamy result 5-1, but he did look relieved in that press conference, and I'm sure this result must have taken that a load of the pressure off of the Blues. Moving forward, Ji, let's talk about Burnley and Manchester United. A draw that I'm sure United fans will be looking over and thinking, once more, another game जिसमें they could have won easily, and they did create opportunities in this match. लेकिन again वही बात है कि they could not close it. Where do you think United made the most errors?
I think one of the good things about United was कि बहुत डायरेक्ट फुटबॉल उन्होंने की. फ्लेचर ने भी इसकी बात की थी, वो भी एक बड़े सीनियर प्लेयर रहे हैं क्लब के अंदर, आपकी यूथ सिस्टम में भी कोचिंग करते रहे हैं कि वी नीड टू बी डायरेक्ट व्हेन इट कम्स टू अटैक. तो यूनाइटेड हैड सो मैनी क्रॉसेस, मोस्ट क्रॉसेस इन अ गेम जो है इस प्रीमियर लीग सीजन में. उसकी वजह ये थी कि आप पुराने स्टाइल पे चले गए और आपने कोशिश की कि डायरेक्टली उसको इन्फ्लुएंस किया जाए कि आपके गोल ज़्यादा किए जाएं. मसला हम अभी तक वहीं पे है रोहा जी कि आप डिफेंसिवली आपका एक यूनिट ही नहीं बना हुआ. आप 3-4-3 से वापस स्विच हुए 4-2-3-1 पे, लेकिन जब गेम चल रही थी ऑलमोस्ट आप मसल मेमोरी के थ्रू आउट ऑफ पोजीशन होते जा रहे थे. प्लेस दैट लेफ्ट अपॉर्चुनिटीज फॉर द ऑपोजिशन टू एक्सप्लॉइट दोस प्लेसेस एंड दे डिड सो वेल and scored those 2 goals.
बट आपको लगता है इसमें अभी टाइम लगेगा थोड़ा? अब ये फॉर्मेशन की जो थोड़ी एक केओस बनी हुई है, डैरियल फ्लेचर भी आके क्या करेंगे? उनको मतलब व्हाट इज हिज जॉब? पहले तो लेट्स ट्राई एंड अंडरस्टैंड दैट, बिकॉज उनकी भी बॉडी लैंग्वेज और उनकी भी उससे ये फील हो रहा है दैट यू नो इवन ही इज नॉट श्योर कि वो कितने टाइम के लिए हैं, क्या उनकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज हैं, एंड हाउ डज ही एसोसिएट विद द क्लब.
So the thing is, Raji, he's an interim manager for now. The maximum he's supposed to have is 2 games, this game and then the FA Cup game. I don't think उससे आगे कोई सोच रहा है उनके लिए. They're supposed to be a caretaker manager till the end of the season. बात तो सही है कि the players are still ingrained in a system. They've been training in a system जहाँ से muscle memory है कि आपने 3-4-3 या 3-5-2 में आप खेलते रहे हैं, तो उसमें थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा. We saw them going into those positions. अब फ्लेचर क्या कर सकते हैं? It's not like he's signing new players. He's brought a few players that were out in the cold, but वो कितना impact कर सकते हैं? कोबी मेनू को हमने देखा वो आए, हमने देखा कि डॉर्गू विंग बैक से राइट विंग पे इस गेम में खेले, तो वो आपको चेंज नजर आया. एंड आपने देखा कि यूनाइटेड स्टार्टेड गिविंग सर्विस टू बेंजामिन सेस्को एंड ही स्कोर्ड 2 goals. This is a guy who's without goals, I think, in his last 9 to 10 games. Ab Fletcher is a United legend. He's someone who understands the club. He coaches the youth players. Problem is, at this level, जब आपका already confidence इतना low है, आपने एक own goal concede किया, आपके 2 से 3 goals opportunities जो हैं, Burnley played out of their skins. It's a missed opportunity, but given the chaos that Fletcher walked into, this was, I think, the best he could have hoped for. United are disappointed because United का continuous problem, हम ये Eric Ten Hag 2 साल पीछे चले जाएं, is they always find a way to concede a goal. पहले प्रॉब्लम कीपर था, कीपर निकाल दिया. फिर प्रॉब्लम डिफेंडर्स थे, डिफेंडर निकाल के चेंज कर दिए. फिर प्रॉब्लम सेंटर मिडफील्ड थी. United as a team don't have the answer to stop conceding goals. Till they don't fix that, we're going to keep seeing these. अब वो गोल कर रहे हैं, बट वो गोल जब तक खाते रहेंगे वो बहुत प्रॉब्लम
वो जाहिर है उनकी सारी प्रोग्रेस जो है वो हो जाए कि आपने भी कहा कि फॉर्मेशन को थोड़ा सा सेटल डाउन होने में टाइम लगेगा, बट अब तो उनके पास काफ़ी टाइम है. वर्कलोड तो इतना है नहीं यूनाइटेड का. अब आई थिंक
जी
फ्री टाइम भी बहुत अब निकल आया है, राइट?
I mean, we're looking at United's shortest season in 111 years. Manchester United will play 40 games of top-level football this year.
Wow.
They're knocked out in the first game of the League Cup, knocked out in the first game of the FA Cup. 38 Premier League games, no games in Europe. The last time was 111 years ago at the start of World War I.
I think they needed this work-life balance.
You know,
to figure
I think
things
they
out
needed
for
this
themselves.
life-work balance. It's the other way because there's no work in this balance.
आपने वो I'm sure a lot of people must have seen it. आपने वो Groundhog Day अगर फिल्म देखी हो
Yes.
जिसमें एक दिन दोबारा रिपीट हो जाता है
Yeah,
as
as a United
Manchester
fan.
United fans, that is what you feel like. पहले ये हो चुका है सब. मैनेजर निकला, आपने 2 गेम्स के लिए कैरिक, फ्लेचर, गिग्स को पकड़ाई टीम. उसके बाद आपने एक इंटरिम मैनेजर लगाया टू द एंड ऑफ द
Ole
सीजन.
Ragnick.
ये फर्ग्यूसन के बाद से ये ग्राउंड
जी,
हो गए
जी,
चल
है
रहा
ना,
है,
चल
बस।
रहा है।
सोल्शा आते हैं मैनेजर, आपने कहा इंटरिम है, आप उसको डील पकड़ा देते हैं और फिर खुद निकाल देते हैं और अब आप उसी को वापस लेके आ रहे हैं. तो समर तक इंतजार करें सारे यूनाइटेड फैंस, दुआ करें.
बिल्कुल टाइम तो है हमारे पास और क्या क्या फुटबॉल तो देखनी नहीं है हमने. Might as well just relax.
What will you do with all this free time, United fans?
स्टडी अदर टीम्स.
Eat more. Definitely.
चलिए
eat more.
शेष्को की आपने बात की जो 2 गोल्स उन्होंने किए. अगेन इट्स आल्सो सम सिल्वर लाइनिंग हियर कि थोड़ा कंसिस्टेंट वो अप हो रहे हैं एंड एक रिस्पांसिबिलिटी वो जो है वो अपहोल्ड कर रहे हैं इन दिस क्लब.
या आई थिंक शेष्को का मेजर इशू ये रहा है कि एमरिम के अंडर जो सिस्टम बना हुआ था उसमें आप नंबर 10s खिला रहे थे. कुनिया आ गया, मूमो आ गया, फिर आप पुश फॉरवर्ड कर रहे थे ब्रूनो फर्नांडिस भी. तो इस सिस्टम, इस तरह के स्ट्राइकर के लिए ही वांट्स टू हैव दैट बॉल कंसिस्टेंटली डिलीवर्ड टू हिम एंड ही नोज एंड एज अ स्ट्राइकर ही शुड नो कि मुझे इन बिहाइंड द डिफेंडर्स भी बॉल मिलेंगी, मुझे क्रॉसेस भी मिलेंगे टू अटैक, मुझे शॉर्ट ले ऑफ भी मिलेंगे टू स्ट्राइक एट गोल. वो चीज़ें हो ही नहीं थी रही. एंड समबडी लाइक डेरन फ्लेचर जो एक प्राइम एरा में फर्गसन के खेला हुआ है, हु नोज एग्जैक्टली द काइंड ऑफ फुटबॉल यूनाइटेड प्लेड फॉर डेकेड्स. I think he made it simple and it was like you need to service the striker as much as you can.
Right.
And I have to say one thing.
Sorry,
I'll quickly do that. Sheshko probably had his best game for United because of that clarity.
He did, and you know, to expand on the point Hassan's made, अगर आप देखें अब again एक नए मैनेजर के साथ, whether it's Fletcher, whether it's whoever comes in as the caretaker, आपका स्क्वाड अनबैलेंस्ड है.
Yeah.
आपके पास विंगर्स एक है जो पिछले मैच में सेंट ऑफ भी हो गया था, आपने बाकी सब निकाल दिए क्लब से. अब आपको विंगर्स चाहिए और आपके पास नंबर 10s हैं जो आप एक वक्त पे एक खिलाएंगे और वो आपका सबसे अच्छा नंबर 10 जो है उसको खिलाने में दूसरों का. तो यू आर सीइंग प्लेयर स्ट्रगल. आप शेष्को की बात कर रही हैं कि ही इज डूइंग वेल बिकॉज ही इज फाइनली गेटिंग द सर्विस, बट समवन लाइक मटेस कुनिया हु वाज डूइंग वेल इन दैट रोल नाउ सडनली फाइंड्स हिम इज नॉट अ विंगर, ही इज नॉट अ नंबर 10, ही इज नॉट अ स्ट्राइकर. So
it's hard to understand, but इनके अगले जो अब challenges आ रहे हैं, they're playing City at Old Trafford and then they're playing Arsenal, so it's not going to get any easier
it's not.
for United.
No,
So
it's
ये जो lapses आप बता रहे हैं, they're not going to be, जैसे कहते हैं ना, you can't afford to play like that against such top sides.
Absolutely. Sometimes you look at the team and you think कि regardless of everything, you're still sitting at that position जहाँ पे आप Champions League के लिए compete कर सकते हो. तो क्या इतना बुरा सीजन गया आपका कि मतलब क्या ओवर हाईलाइट हो रहे हैं डिफेंसिव एरर्स और ये प्रॉब्लम्स जो आ रही हैं? क्या एमरिम बहुत ज़्यादा इसको डिस्कस करते रहे मीडिया में? इज दैट द इशू या पोटेंशियल है टीम के अंदर? मुझे लगता है आई एब्सोल्युटली एग्री विद कुरैशी साहब कि रोहा प्रॉब्लम ये है कि आप बीच पे जाने की तैयारी कर रहे थे, आपने वो सारे पैकिंग की हुई है एंड देन यू आर गोइंग टू मरी नाउ. ठीक है, तो
your towel and beach
you
ball.
don't have the right equipment for that job.
I am really liking the analogies so far in this episode. I think let's keep them coming.
Somehow
But
you have to
yeah,
fix
I think
that.
a lot of problems for United to figure out before their next challenges. But as we have mentioned, they will have the time. Looks like they will have the time. Moving on, जी Arsenal Liverpool का मैच थोड़ा सा ठंडा रहा in literally भी and figuratively भी, क्योंकि of course weather conditions ऐसी थी कि we couldn't really enjoy it उस तरह से watching the match. But goal score नहीं हो सके और ये मैच जो है it ended in a draw. What will Arsenal be taking away from this result?
So Arsenal will probably be a bit disappointed considering Liverpool's overall situation. They felt this would have been a nice lead to take going into the next few games. But then Arsenal will be relaxed. They play Manchester United, तो वो 3 points तो आ जाएंगे. City will also be relaxed. They play Manchester United, वो 3 points भी आ जाएंगे. Arsenal will be disappointed. Liverpool will be pretty happy because they had a much better second half. Sometimes these games, Rohaji, they're an opportunity to put down a marker. Arsenal, जैसे हमने पिछले shows में भी बात की, have time and time again looked like the team that is going to run away with it, but वो थोड़ा सा self-doubt आता है, then they go back to it. But this was an opportunity to make a statement. They'll see it as a missed opportunity to make a statement, and then they have absolutely, right near the end of the game, made sure that they are in the news for all the wrong reasons by annoying Liverpool fans and many neutral fans with what happened between Conor Bradley and Martinelli also. So Arsenal अपने आप को वो us against the world जो है उसको push कर रहे हैं. It may work out great or it may not. What's going to be?
Arsenal पिछले 3 साल से second आ रहा है. 3 साल पहले वो last 9 में से 3 गेम सिर्फ जीता था. 2 साल पहले वो आखिरी 18 में से 16 गेम्स जीता था, बट मैनचेस्टर सिटी मैच देम स्ट्राइड फॉर स्ट्राइड. लास्ट ईयर लिवरपूल ने करीब ही नहीं आने दिया. तो आई थिंक आर्सेनल को भी पता है कि इफ वी आर ड्रॉपिंग पॉइंट्स एंड सम आवर ऑपोजिशन इज ड्रॉपिंग पॉइंट्स एज वेल, लाइक लेट्स मे बी दिस इज आवर ईयर.
maybe अब आपकी जब लीड, वही बात है कि आपकी लीड भी जब 6 पॉइंट्स की है तो थोड़ा सा ठीक है, दे वुड बी थिंकिंग कि 8 पॉइंट्स नहीं मिल सके इस लीड को, मतलब 8 पॉइंट्स की लीड नहीं हो सकी, लेकिन फिर भी दे आर बिहेविंग लाइक अ टीम दैट इज टॉप ऑफ द टेबल, 6 पॉइंट्स क्लियर ऑफ मैन सिटी एज वेल. लेकिन अगेन लिवरपूल की हम थोड़ी सी बात ज़रूर करेंगे कि दिस इज़ द फर्स्ट टाइम दैट आर्सेनल डिड नॉट स्कोर एट होम इन दिस सीजन. सो लिवरपूल को क्रेडिट यहाँ पे देना ज़रूर बनता है, द वे दैट दे वर एबल टू होल्ड ऑफ the Gunners.
And they played very well in the second half, Liverpool.
Yeah.
They made the better movement. Let's not forget that they are missing, they were missing Hugo Ekitike for this match. No Isaac, no Salah. You saw a lot of the fire back in their team. You saw Virgil van Dijk looking back at his very best. So a lot of positives for Liverpool to take. The big issue, of course, is that they've lost Conor Bradley for the rest of the season. So do they go into the market? Do they look to add those things? लिवरपूल का भी जैसे हसन ने बात की थी यूनाइटेड की, लिवरपूल आर इन दैट पोजीशन, दे नॉट फार ऑफ टर्निंग दिस इनटू अ डूएबल सीजन बाय फिनिशिंग इन द चैंपियंस लीग प्लेसेस. Results like this will give them a lot of confidence.
बिल्कुल, and they're going 10 games unbeaten. So
Yeah.
far, so looks like whatever Arnie's thought is cooking back there is working. But obviously थोड़ा सा ये है कि टाइटल कंटेंडरशिप जो है वो थोड़ी मुश्किल नजर आ रही है.
आई थिंक अगर आप आर्सेनल स्नॉट को देखें और उसके 2 साल को अभी तक समराइज करें कि आते ही टाइटल जीतना, फिर एक इतना बुरा स्लम्प आना अपनी टीम के ऊपर जहाँ पे आप चैंपियंस लीग में अच्छा भी कर रहे हो, बट टू टर्न दैट अराउंड एंड नाउ गोइंग, जिस तरह आपने कहा कि 10 गेम्स अनबीटन, आई थिंक क्रेडिट टू दैट गाय, बिकॉज whatever was not working, he's found a way to make it work, be it with Salah or without him for now. But I'm sure Salah might just come back into this side and this goes into a next.
And he does look in
now.
great form right now. So yeah, who knows. But let's move on जी, Man City and Brighton के result के ऊपर चलते हैं जी. Another draw to talk about. ये भी City के लिए another opportunity lost ही हम इसे कहेंगे, draw after draw after draw. What is going on? FA Cup में they are doing well, but यहाँ पे आके जी again draw.
So City will be mightily disappointed. It's 3 draws in a row, 2 of them at home. The draw to Chelsea right near the end. Brighton were good value for their draw. They were good value for just going across the street a couple of days later and beating United also. Had a very good time in Manchester. Most people from Manchester go to Brighton to have a good time. It turned out the other way around this time round. And they'll be very happy with their... City will be disappointed because again वही एक problem आ रही है जो हमने कहा था कि when Haaland is not scoring, they're not getting goals. I know they got them in the FA Cup, but they were playing Exeter City. So the problem for them is if Haaland is not getting enough goals, City are still looking short of ideas. They've gone into the transfer market. They've signed Anton Semenyo, who is an incredible player and has been having such a good season. But yeah, ये आखिरी 2 games, Chelsea and this, City will be thinking that 6-point gap should have been at 2 points. And they'll be very disappointed. Also, I think very unusual territory for Pep Guardiola to be going back-to-back draws at home, chasing a title.
Very unlike them. And आपने you rightly pointed out Haaland के कितना rely करते हैं, कितना bank करते हैं. Sometimes even over reliance might be the word, because obviously 150th goal तो उन्होंने किया है अपना for the club. लेकिन उनको support कौन कर रहा है अब? Is it Semenyo? किसकी responsibility है scoring में to divide that burden with Erling Haaland?
I think one of the guys has to be Foden, because कई सालों तक तो Guardiola कहते रहे कि he's the next big thing. Even उन्होंने एक वक्त में just to boost him up and his squad, उन्होंने उससे मेसी के साथ भी compare किया था, because he's groomed both of them, right? He's a wonderful manager who gets the best out of players and improves them. He's been known for that. तो आई थिंक फोर्डन को भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेनी पड़ेगी, कहीं ना कहीं उन्हें भी रियलाइज हुआ कि जब से उन्होंने अल्वारेस को लूज किया टू एटलेटिको मैड्रिड, इज नॉट फाउंड अ रिप्लेसमेंट। मामूश को वो लेके आए, वो नहीं उस तरह फिट हो पाए, उस रोल को नहीं एडजस्ट कर पाए। तो अब सेमेन्यो, जिस तरह क्रश साहब ने कहा, आई थिंक दैट पर्टिकुलर बाय स्पेशली इज टू गेट अ गोल स्कोरर। वो अपने क्लब के लिए भी कंसिस्टेंटली गोल स्कोर करते आ रहे हैं। ही इज डन इट कंसिस्टेंटली इन द प्रीमियर लीग एंड वी न्यू ही वाज अबाउट टू गो टू अ बिगर क्लब। आई थिंक दैट्स अ रियली गुड साइनिंग। एंड चर्की, आई बिलीव चर्की और रेंडेस, इन दोनों के गिर्द ये अब सिटी का जो फ्यूचर है वो नज़र आता है मुझे। एंड आई फील लाइक के दे विल जस्ट ग्रो इनटू दैट रोल as things go on, but City do need goals coming from elsewhere.
And looks like they will be dealing with some injury scares as well, and that too right before the Manchester derby. So, कैसा impact होगा of possibly missing out on these players?
देखिए, impact तो होता है. You always want your best players, and it is the derby. You know, sometimes they say form goes out of the window. So again, for City, the focus has to be on trying to take away the emphasis from Haaland. Semenyo scored recently at Old Trafford. He has a knack of getting goals. I think he got, with his very last game for Bournemouth, he got a winner in the 90-plus minute. Scored on his City debut as well. So they will want to mitigate those circumstances, but unki ज़्यादातर areas में depth है. But I think for the most part, Erling Haaland will be, what's the word I'm looking for? Licking his lips at the idea of going up against a defense like Manchester United's.
Wow. He just scored his 150th goal for the club.
Let's hope
so
he doesn't score his
pumped.
250th by the time he plays that one also. So.
चलिए जी, moving on, Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa. Another stalemate एक हम कहेंगे कि no goals were scored, 0-0 was what we ended up with. But Aston Villa will be thinking this could have been an opportunity because Crystal Palace are all the way down there on the points table. Villa are serious title contenders. What happened? क्या ये venue इतना मुश्किल है for teams to go and win?
I think Crystal Palace just realized कि they had to get a result in this game. उसकी काफ़ी वजूहत हैं. सबसे पहले तो ये है कि उन्होंने जिस तरह सीज़न का स्टार्ट किया था, वो भी चैंपियंस लीग की पोजीशन के लिए लड़ रहे थे शुरू वाले वीक्स में. एंड क्रिस्टल पैलेस प्रूव टू बी वन ऑफ द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट प्लेसेस टू गो अवे एंड गेट पॉइंट्स फ्रॉम. बड़े क्लब्स ने भी ये एक्सपीरियंस किया. जैसे उनकी फॉर्म डिप आई है, they've realized कि now we've got to get the maximum out of our home games. That's what happened to Aston Villa, a side who's been consistently doing so well, who could have gained those points. हम कह रहे थे किसी तरह नजर नहीं आता कि आर्सेनल सिटी दोनों एक ही वीकेंड में पॉइंट्स ड्रॉप करे और विला actually makes up that ground. So it was a perfect opportunity for them.
Absolutely.
They did hit the bar as well. But, you know, it's one of those frustrating games when you just can't seem to score against the side who's happy to just sit with a point from the game.
And to think this was still not Palace's worst result this week, to go and lose to Mansfield and, you know, get knocked out of the FA Cup. The champions knocked out by a team 6 leagues below them, managed by John Rooney, brother of Wayne Rooney. The stories write themselves. Palace are in a difficult position overall. The manager has said he's not staying on. He wants to move on. Some of the best players are talking about leaving. That time that Hassan was saying where they were challenging for those Champions League spots and looking like they're going to get them, seeming like really far away. And they're in danger, Rohaji, of this season unraveling. अब उनके पास भी यूनाइटेड की तरह टाइम होगा कि FA कप में भी नहीं है, but you know लीग कप में भी आर्सेनल से जाके नॉकआउट हुए. But they don't want to go too far away from where they ended up last season in Europe. They want to get back there because if they're not, all the hard work of the last couple of years, you know, would have gone to waste.
Challenge, critical times ahead for Aston Villa as they are, you know, tied with points with Man City. Let's see what the future games bring. Of course, हम डार्बी के ऊपर भी बात करेंगे, उसका भी build up करेंगे. यहाँ पर एक short break लेंगे, but when we come back, much more on the other side. Welcome back. You're watching Sports Tonight and we're talking EPL. Break se pehle we were reviewing some of the highlights for you. What a week it has been across competitions, and of course हमने बात की different teams की, different forms की, and how things seem to be similar yet so different across clubs. और हमने बात की जी United की, Liverpool की. Let's take a look at the points table once again and see Arsenal right at the top, maintaining that lead. अब उनका cushion जो है वो 6 points का हो चुका है. City right behind them with 43 points. Aston Villa just with City, just below them with 43 points as well. And on number 4 we have Liverpool. Obviously यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा gap हम देख रहे हैं between Liverpool and Aston Villa. क्या ये टाइटल रेस अब ये 3 टीम्स के दरमियान रह गई है and can we expect it to get narrower?
Realistically, yes. And I feel like this could have been even narrower if somebody like an Aston Villa would have gotten those points. So I think the markings are there, the signs are there that this is going to be a league between ये top 3 एक breakaway कर गए हैं अपनी टाइटल के पीछे और फिर नीचे वाले चैंपियंस लीग के लिए लड़ रहे हैं. It's clear कि आर्सेनल, सिटी और विला इसमें से ही कोई 3 आपको मिलेंगे champions, and you know where our guesses are going there.
But is it too soon for Arsenal fans to dare to dream? Because this has been a long time coming. They always come close, but नहीं कर पाते, वो पार नहीं कर पाते हैं that winning line. क्या ये season Arsenal को fully तैयार करेगा for that?
No, I think they can dream also in part because, like we spoke in the last show, nobody else is showing that they're able to challenge them. I spoke about it, Hassan spoke about it, that it makes for great competition to see the lower teams taking points off the top teams, but it also means quality-wise, one team is breaking away because the others are not catching them. We're looking at Liverpool's losses. I think of those 6 losses, 5 came in a row at some point. Imagine Liverpool didn't have that slump. You know, imagine, and equally imagine if Villa didn't go on their 10-game winning run, kahan Villa hote? So Arsenal have to dream, they have to believe in themselves. They have been the best team in this league by far. The only problem for them is that if they don't win it now, then we're going to get to that stage where they will have to start thinking that they'll never possibly win it. If Manchester City pull a rabbit out of the hat and manage to win this one also, so phir, I think Arsenal fans can dream really bad dreams, but for now, they can have good dreams because they're looking likely to be champions. And let's not forget they're also on top in the Champions League. They're in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. They're into the next round of the FA Cup. So Arsenal have the depth, the personnel, and right now they have the form to think this. किसी इन 4 में से एक ट्रॉफी तो has to come their way, right? If they don't, then you just know कि हम जैसे लोग जो वहाँ बैठ के दुआएं करते हैं, हमारी कुछ दुआएं कबूल होती हैं, बाकी कबूल नहीं होती.
And what do we think about the clubs? थोड़ी से जो middle of the table हैं, थोड़ा सा fight show करते हैं, फिर थोड़ा पीछे चले जाते हैं. We'll talk about, of course, Sunderland as well. Chelsea are there, United are there, and of course Fulham की भी हमने earlier in the show बात की थी. Any late surprises that we can expect, especially from Sunderland, Fulham, these clubs?
I think for the 4th spot and even the 5th spot, क्योंकि जब से Champions League का format change हुआ है और depending on कि आपके clubs कितना अच्छा कर रहे हैं Champions League में, वो 5वीं जगह पे भी Champions League की spot आपको मिल रही है. तो that 5th spot is important as well. I believe like कि अब वो वक्त है कि इनमें से कोई भी टीम जब run पे जाएगी, much like Aston Villa did, which would be an impossible run to emulate, but still, आप एक अच्छे run पे जाते, you can create that bit of distance between you and that 4th place. I feel like this is the time. सारे clubs इस position में ही सोच रहे होंगे. We just have to go on a run, string a few victories together, and then we can create that gap, and the pressure is going to be on the opposition from there on.
Let's take a look at the upcoming fixtures that can really disrupt this points table. हम डाबी के ऊपर भी थोड़ी बात करेंगे. Manchester Derby, recent history को देखते हुए, what can we expect? We know United is not in the greatest of places, spots right now, but क्या ये उनके पास opportunity है to do something crazy against City? Because the pressure is now more or less off, so you know we might just see something unbelievable from United.
Well, that's a very valid point. The pressure is off. You know, there's not much in the season to play for, but this is an opportunity to lay down a marker. It's also interesting that the only manager to have won away to Liverpool and Manchester City at the same time in the last 5 years has just been sacked by Manchester United. So it just, you know, sometimes it doesn't make sense. But for Manchester United, if they can throw a spanner in the works, if they can beat Manchester City, it'll change the mood at the club. It'll give them something to fight for, and it'll give them some belief that this season jo hai, can be turned around. But if they put up a poor performance, or if you know the excuses are made, it's a new manager and a new time, and City will then go in with a lot of confidence, because if Arsenal drop points and City have won away at Old Trafford, they'll be very happy. Arsenal have already won away at Old Trafford. So for United, for City, both of them, ये game बहुत ज़रूरी है for different reasons where they stand right now. United season can turn around with a win here. City's season can possibly continue in the trajectory they want it to. जो भी team हारेगी, I think City will take a loss much worse. But for United also, the ramifications of that could be felt for a very long time.
A loss or another draw. I mean, 3 draws के बाद अब now going in, ये भी एक अलग factor होगा. They have to get a positive result or nothing. I think that should be the mindset.
सिटी तो ऐसे ही जाएगा इस गेम में बिकॉज वो जानते हैं कि एक तो इस तरह की जो गेम्स होती है ना वो आप स्टैंड अलोन भी देख सकते हो रिगार्डलेस ऑफ वेयर यू आर इन द लीग ब्रैगिंग राइट्स फॉर द होल ईयर सेम सिटी एक वक्त था कि यूनाइटेड मेजॉरिटी डोमिनेंट थे फॉलोअर्स जब से मैन सिटी आया ना मैनचेस्टर की जब से वो सारी रेवोल्यूशनराइज हुई है उनकी उससे एक और चीज़ में बड़ा फर्क पड़ा है कि आपकी जो टाउन में they don't just talk about the football club. Man City as a club gives a lot back to Manchester as a city as well. तो उनकी एक रख रखाव ही और हो गया उनकी जिसको आप कहते हैं ना कि उठना बैठना बदल गया in Manchester City का. So the people view them differently now. They respect them more obviously because they give back to the community. Having said all of that, put that aside. Derby, Manchester Derby. You will always remember those Wayne Rooney goals, those Haaland, all those goals. So perfect chance for United to get a good start under their new manager for this season, and then we're only 8 points away from City, and the rest of the season is there, you know, and then once you cross City, then you chase Arsenal, I believe.
And I think let's talk about Arsenal now as well. Nottingham Forest and Arsenal, एक tough away trip तो आ रहा है for the Gunners, and especially last result के बाद they will be looking to create some sort of hype. 6 points का difference अभी है lead का, can easily make it 8, 9.
They can. Equally, they could just be 3 points ahead because Nottingham Forest have been a very tough team to break down lately. Sean Dyche has come in, made them a very difficult team defensively to break down. Arsenal sometimes have that struggle कि अगर Arsenal अपने आप को dominate नहीं कर सकते हैं. Like you rightly pointed out, last match, first time they didn't score at home. Could you have a situation where they go again, don't score away from home, put that little bit of pressure on Forest, put that pressure on them? And equally knowing that Manchester City are playing United, you know how that result goes. 3 points पे थोड़ा सा पसीना आना शुरू हो जाता है, थोड़ी सी stress हो जाती है. 6 points पे you're comfortable. So Arsenal will know that if they can win, and United can do them a favor, 9 points, suddenly पूरा mood बदल जाता है. Huge game for them. They'll want to get their result right, irrespective of what City do, because a bad result here for Arsenal. They play United next. Could just, you know, throw the cat amongst the pigeons, and right now the pigeons are eating and happy and healthy. They don't want a cat coming in there and ruining it for them. So
and एक और cat जो है वो उनका भी match Aston Villa और Everton एक और opportunity है. Even though Aston Villa had an opportunity, they couldn't really capitalize on that. Could have been the perfect moment for them to do it, but here another a chance for them to, you know, get those crucial points and just really get up there as serious. अभी there are already serious contenders, but City की वजह से ना वो lead नहीं वो बना पा रहे हैं. ये एवर्टन वाला मैच कितना इंपॉर्टेंट होगा?
I think especially knowing कि आप उनका यूनाइटेड के साथ मैच है और अगर वो 2 पॉइंट्स भी लूज करते हैं, even if you get a draw, Villa knows कि this is the perfect opportunity, अब मिस करने वाली नहीं है. ये गैप बनाओ, बिल्कुल आर्सेनल के पीछे आ जाओ. सेकेंडली गोइंग to Aston Villa has been one of the toughest, you know, work days for people this year. So it's not going to be easy for Everton for that game. Aston Villa, I think, will back themselves to take the 3 points.
Challenge very crucial times ahead for all these clubs, especially those top 4, top 5 teams. Because of course the lead is there for Arsenal, but ऐसा नहीं है कि they can be comfortable and breathe because City and Villa are right behind them. 43 points each for both these sides. What will happen at the derby and how will that change the points table? Well, only time will tell. थोड़ा सा अब geographically जो है वो pivot करते हैं and let's talk about El Clasico. It's impossible when these two sides come together for the pressure and the hype to not be there, regardless of where these sides are elsewhere on the table. लेकिन जब इनका match हो और अगर वो final हो तो it is just absolutely crazy. 3-2 से Barcelona won this match, the Super Copa final. Barcelona were sort of favorites going in, yeah, but यहाँ पे Madrid ने भी opportunities create की. They were equally in it as well. How did you enjoy the El Clasico?
Typical Clasico game. दोनों टीमें, you know, hell bent on destroying each other. Fantastic quality goals. ये भी Rafinha वाला is unbelievable quality from both ends. जिस तरह विनी ने भी गोल किया जब पहले इक्वलाइज किया. So every time Barcelona goes ahead, United come back. Madrid come back, they draw it 2-2. But overall, I have to say, Roha ji, Barca probably deserved to win this game because जो quality उनकी नज़र आ रही थी, that was the difference. Even first half में कुछ period के लिए उन्होंने boss किया पूरे मैच को. They were at the final third, वो उनके penalty box के करीब ही सारी football हो रही थी Madrid के. Madrid कोशिश कर रहा था कि counter पे pace use करे अपने wingers का, which they do more often than not. Mbappe का miss होना, वो भी उन्होंने किया. But it's almost like Barcelona have laid down a marker that we right now look better than you and are doing better than you, and they seem to be doing that, and credit to Hansi Flick. 8th final in his career, and he's won all of them.
We'll come to that in a bit, but your thoughts on how the match unfolded, 3-2 to Barcelona. Pressure was there. Did Madrid really miss Mbappe?
Of course, any team, you know, will miss when a player of that level is not starting. We knew he even reached Saudi Arabia not 100% wanting to do well, and yet we saw mad extra time of the first half. In added time, there were 3 goals. You know, Real equalized, Barcelona go 1-up, Real go, okay, hold on to my shawarma, I'm going to come back into this also. And they, you know, just the way they equalize also, get it back into the game. And then it became a little bit more tactical in the second half. Pehle half mein to aapke 4 goal ho gaye. The tactical side started coming into it, and that's where, you know, what Hassan points out, Hansi Flick's team looks more aware of what he wants from them. They look better drilled in what is expected. Xabi Alonso के सिस्टम का हमने बहुत सुना था और हमें पता था कि उन्होंने आके अपने सिस्टम को इम्प्लीमेंट करना है, बट क्या वो अभी इन प्लेयर्स के muscle memory या DNA में, it's not looking like that. They've had some good runs, but then they fall back into it. Madrid don't look as well, it's wonderful to use this term when they're playing in Saudi Arabia, well oiled as, you know, Barcelona did. So, and I think that was the difference in the
How
end.
long were you sitting on that one?
For about 1.5
Yeah.
seconds.
Good,
So
acha
just got it, and I just thought, oil? Well, great. So, but I think, like, you know, you said that little difference of quality throughout the season we have seen with Barcelona in the league. Every time Madrid have looked like they'll challenge Barcelona, Barcelona find a way to do it. So, yeah, incredible ending.
And you were adding something on Hansi Flick and his impact.
Yeah,
on the
I think
numbers.
Flick is a wonderful manager. हमने जब बार्सिलोना की उनकी appointment हो रही थी, तब भी उनके stats discuss किए थे, and he couldn't do as well as the German national team manager, but उनके Bundesliga में जो stats हैं Bayern Munich के साथ, he's more or less doing the same for Barcelona here. और ख़ास तौर पे उनके जो club final का record है ना, क्रैश साहब ने बात की, सेकंड हाफ में इस तरह हुआ कि जब पहले हाफ में बहुत ज़्यादा ओपन गेम चल रही थी, सेकंड हाफ में टैक्टिकल चेंजेस हुए, एंड हांसी फ्लिक वन दोस. उसने 3 चेंजेस किए, उसके चेंजेस ने आते ही गोल इन्वॉल्वमेंट की, एंड दे स्कोर्ड अ गोल एंड दे कंट्रोल्ड द बॉल अगेन, बिकॉज हाफ टाइम के बाद अलोंसो टोल्ड हिज साइड के बी मोर फिजिकल, गेम को तोड़ो, मोमेंटम मत बनने दो, क्योंकि सारा मोमेंटम था ही बार्सिलोना के साथ. एंड as a manager, when you do that and you know what to do here to fix that fluidity again for your side, I think it just speaks volumes for his managerial prowess.
And Rafinha, what a joy to watch. I mean, what a player. क्या impact उनका होता है. How will Barcelona be reflecting on this game and Rafinha's impact on the
And
match?
once again, I think ever since he's gone there, the impact that he's had, the goals that he's scored, whether they're winning the league, whether they're winning games like this, he has really taken himself up. Let's not forget that he was, with the greatest of respect, at Leeds before this. So many people didn't think he would be able to take his game up to a level of playing and being one of the main players at a side like Barcelona. So again, scoring the goals, creating the goals. A few rumors doing the rounds that he's not feeling as appreciated as he should, maybe, that he feels that obviously Lamine Yamal coming onto the scene has changed things. But you know, Rafinha remains an incredible and important player for them, for Brazil. And then what would a Clasico be without a late red card? Just love it. Even guy like Frankie de Jong, who looks like butter wouldn't melt in his mouth, gets sent off at the last second. Love it.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for
Thank you,
your
Raji.
time and
Pleasure.
analysis. Really appreciate it. And thank you guys for watching. As you can see on your screens, हमारे social media links भी हैं. But make sure that you're following us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you can find us, and make sure that you are in touch with us. अपना बहुत ख्याल रखें. And thank you so much for watching Sports Tonight. Good night.